So, hey guys, Chowser here. So yeah, I just want to react to the new units on JP. Mainly the Koala, of course, the new Legend, but I'm going to shortly touch on all the new units since all of them are pretty interesting. First is the Treasure Map Robin. But first, shoutouts to Godot for compiling this info, but also shoutouts to Koala-san for the translation. I did do a preliminary translation for Koala. These usually drop when I'm at work, so I was just lucky that it was during my lunch break today, so I could do some translations, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, Robin. The coolest thing with this Robin is that you get some new ways of getting damage immunity, which is still a pretty rare buff. And you can also combine that with getting an attack boost. So that's neat. But yeah, if you have 50k or more HP, or then there are 4 or more enemies, then you can get damage immunity with this Robin, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty decent team treasure map unit, not the best, but pretty unique. True treasure map rare recruits, Karasu and Morley, both are pretty good as treasure map units are nowadays. Support is nice. Karasu, you can remove bind or paralysis by only 1 turn. This is a new thing they started doing on JP, like the sports are not bad. They usually just stick to 1 turn. So it's a bit disappointing, but at the same time, a lot of units can run this. Like Eva, Lindbergh, Morley, like there's a lot that they couldn't do this before, so that's nice. So you can remove bind or para. For Morley, also solid. His support is instead the spear attack down. And same thing here, lots of units can now remove it by 1 turn. So that just adds a lot of flexibility. Biggest disappointment with these Halloween units is that they aren't a Halloween at all. Like, look at the sprite, it's just Morley. And yeah, it's just Morley with a Halloween background. It's pretty dumb, but yeah. Anyway, also a new Rumble feature play, and they are usually pretty decent. They become a bit worse recently though. They were super good in the beginning. But I'm still excited for this one since it's the first new Helmeppo in ages, and Helmeppo is actually an amazing unit support-wise since he has both Garp for reducing 3 turns of special bind, and Kobe for reducing 3 turns of attack down. So now you can run it on a new Helmeppo that also reduces some other pretty niche stuff like barrier, resilience, and you also get color affinity for 2 classes, so yeah, that's alright, I guess. I'm a bit disappointed though, I must say. Anyway, on to Koala. Dex Fighter Free Spirit, and yeah, it's Koala with a Sabo hut, yeah, I guess, okay. I'm actually a fan. I've seen some negative reactions, but I think the design is very interesting. At least as a cap. Like if you look at the cap, you have already 20% damage reduction. Very good. Dex Fighter Free Spirit attack 5 times with matching, otherwise 4.5 times. Yeah, super solid. The classic 1 color, 2 classes, which I'm a big fan of. 1.5 times recovery, that's a super rare thing and very cool. Really makes recovery orbs better. Dex Fighter and Free Spirit, characters will treat strength quick orbs as beneficial. So yeah, that's very good. That's basically like V5 Law, and that's one of the best things of his captain ability. And crew will also counter 10 turns of special rewind, so yeah, this cap just does so much. It's pretty amazing. We don't have that many special rewind counters either, so big fan. Like, if this Koala had an HP buff, it would be like one of the tankiest in the game. But the fun thing is that Koala actually does have an indirect HP buff, since she does have a new mechanic if you look at the special. Reduce 10 turns of counter healing. It's the new debuff we have in Arena Mihawk at the moment. When HP is full, for 1 turn boost color affinity for Dex Fighter Free Spirit by 2.5 times. Otherwise, for 2.25 times, like, I think that's very silly. Like, the difference is almost basically negligible. But yeah, sure. Also, if max HP is 40k or more, then you heal 30k HP. That also overheals. But if HP is below 40k, then your crew's max HP increases by 30%, and you also heal 30k. That can overheal. Yeah, that's just bonkers. I'm pretty sure there's a limit to this. I remember when I translated it, they had like parentheses with lots of disclaimers and such. So I'd assume you can't increase your max HP to more than like 200%. Like if your starting HP is 100%, you can't go past 200%. I'm pretty sure it can work like that. But still, that's still insane, because if you like manage to use like 2 koala with low HP, you basically add 60% HP more than when you started. Like, suddenly you have that HP buff in the cap too, together with all the other defensive buffs. So yeah, koala is pretty damn cool, and this isn't something exclusive to her cap. It just has great synergy with the cap, but it's anytime she's a sub, she can just increase how much HP you can have, while also giving super high color affinity. So yeah, big fan of this. Love. It's also new mechanics, and this one is very interesting. And I think it's the most interesting when she's captain too, because her kit is basically as much defense as possible. The only bad thing is no HP boost, but instead you can get that from the special. Very cool concept. And yeah, the cool thing is that her super type also gives guaranteed max HP increase by 20% there. So in theory, like, you can use 2 koala specials and 2 super type specials, and you have 100% higher HP than before. Like twice the HP, insane. You can also heal 30% of max HP, that will also overheal. So yeah, it's just one of the bulkiest legends that exist. Sadly, that doesn't really matter for how One Piece Treasure Cruise is right now, but maybe it will change sometime. Maybe they give us a new forest or something. Maybe another 13-star Garb challenge, like one day, fingers crossed. Sadly not this month. We got a new Garb challenge already for JP, and no new Garb challenge, sadly. But yeah, I'm just a big fan of this, I must say. Very cool. Like, I'm not a big sucker for unique mechanics. Like, sure, new mechanics are cool, but what I really like is like new cool toys to play with, and this is very much a new cool toy. But yeah, let me know what you think about Koala. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.